Have you ever been in a situation where someone publicly humiliated you? Or perhaps a coworker belittled your hard work right in front of your boss? Do you remember that sudden rush of heat to your face, the racing heart, and the overwhelming urge to snap back? It's a feeling we all know, the fight response kicking in. But what if I told you there is a way to short-circuit that wiring? What if you could stand in the middle of a storm of insults and remain as calm as a deep ocean? Welcome to INVICTUS X. Today, we aren't just talking about controlling your temper, we are talking about becoming untouchable. Most of us live our lives as slaves to other people's moods. If they smile, we're happy. If they frown or insult us, we're ruined. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, cracked the code on this thousands of years ago. They realized a fundamental truth that modern psychology is only just catching up to. Anger is not caused by the insult, it is caused by your interpretation of the insult. Think about it. If someone speaks to you in a language you don't understand and calls you a terrible name, you wouldn't get angry. You might even smile, thinking they are greeting you. Why? Because there was no interpretation of harm. This proves that the pain doesn't come from the sound waves hitting your ears. It comes from the story you tell yourself about what those sounds mean. As we explore in this video, the moment you realize that no person has the ability to pull you away from your center unless you hand them the key, you stop being a puppet and start being a master. Attitude 1. The mirror of frustration. Reframing insults. The first step to invincibility is a shift in perspective. As mentioned in the video, an insult only hurts because you agree to receive it. Seneca, the great Stoic philosopher, famously said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Let's dig deeper into this. In our modern world, we often treat words as if they are physical objects, like rocks thrown at us, but they aren't. When someone attacks you verbally, they are rarely actually attacking you. They are attacking a projection. Imagine you are walking down the street and a stranger screams at you. You would likely think they are mentally unstable, not that you are a bad person. You need to apply this same logic to your boss, your spouse, or your internet trolls. Hurt people hurt others. When a person is secure, happy, and confident, they have no desire to belittle others. Therefore, an insult is actually a confession. It is the other person saying, "I am in pain, I am insecure, and I don't know how to handle it, so I am throwing it at you." Attitude 2. The fortress of control. Epictetus, who was born a slave and had a crippled leg, knew a thing or two about lack of control. Yet he was the most free man of his time because he understood the dichotomy of control. We exhaust ourselves trying to script other people's lines. We want the traffic to move, the weather to be nice, and our partners to be appreciative. But this is the root of all misery. The video highlights a crucial point. You stop wasting energy trying to make the world behave and redirect that energy toward yourself. Think of your energy like the battery on your smartphone. Every time you get angry at the news or a rude waiter or a slow internet connection, you are draining your battery on apps running in the background that you cannot use. By the time you need to handle something actually important, like your own work or your health, you are at 1% battery. Attitude 3. The premortem of the soul. The Stoics had a practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This sounds pessimistic to the modern ear. Why be negative, people ask. Manifest positivity. But the Stoics were realists, not magicians. We get angry when our expectations are violated. If you expect a drive to take 20 minutes and it takes 40, you are furious. If you expect it to take an hour and it takes 40, you are thrilled. The event, 40 minutes, is the same. The expectation is the variable. Marcus Aurelius wrote daily reminders that he would meet ungrateful and arrogant people. He didn't do this to be grumpy. He did it so he wouldn't be surprised.
In our modern context, think of this as emotional armor. You wouldn't go into a football game expecting no one to tackle you. So why go into a Monday morning meeting expecting everyone to be kind? Let's look at a family dinner during the holidays. We often go in with a Hallmark movie expectation. Perfect food, zero arguments, everyone laughing. Then Uncle Bob brings up politics and the turkey is dry. Suddenly, the evening is ruined. Now imagine you used the technique from Premeditatio Malorum. Before you walked in, you told yourself, tonight the food might be cold and Uncle Bob will definitely mention politics, but I will remain calm. When Bob inevitably starts talking, instead of shock and anger, you feel a sense of recognition. Ah, there it is, right on schedule. You are the mountain the wind cannot move. Attitude 4. The power of silence. Calculated indifference. There is nothing, absolutely nothing more frustrating to an aggressor than a victim who refuses to be a victim. The video describes this beautifully. Imagine a fire. Without oxygen, it dies. Anger is a transaction. Someone offers you an insult and they expect you to buy it with your reaction. If you don't react, the transaction fails. Calculated indifference is not about being a doormat. It is the ultimate power move. It signals status. Think about a lion. Does a lion roar when a fly buzzes around its head? No, it ignores it. Reacting to a small person proves that you are also small. By remaining silent or offering a slight smile, you are visually demonstrating that this person's opinion is beneath your concern. A famous historical example involves Cato the Younger, a prominent Stoic. One day, at the public baths, a man struck him. When the man later realized who Cato was and came to apologize, expecting punishment, Cato simply said, "I don't remember being hit." He didn't forgive him, which implies there was an offense. He didn't punish him. He simply refused to acknowledge the event had any significance to his life. In a modern setting, if a colleague sends a passive-aggressive email, the Cato response isn't a nasty reply. It is a simple, polite, factual response that ignores the tone entirely. You keep the high ground.
Attitude 5. The daily gym for your mind. The video makes a critical point toward the end. None of these techniques work without training. You cannot learn to swim by reading a book about water. You have to get wet. We go to the gym to build muscles so we can lift heavy objects later. We must treat the mind the same way. You cannot expect to use Stoicism in the heat of an argument if you haven't practiced it in the quiet of your room. Journaling is the Stoics' barbell. By writing down your triggers, why did I get mad at the barista? You move the emotion from the emotional center of your brain, the amygdala, to the analytical center, the prefrontal cortex. Try the 7-day challenge mentioned in the video, but let's make it specific. For the next week, carry a small notebook. Every time you feel irritation, even a tiny bit, make a tally mark. Don't judge it, just track it. You might be shocked to see you were irritated 40 times in one day. Awareness is the precursor to change. Once you see the pattern, you can interrupt it. You can catch the spark before it becomes a forest fire. Becoming untouchable isn't about becoming a robot. It is about becoming free. It is about walking through life with a shield of the soul that allows you to be kind, present, and happy, regardless of the chaos around you. The path of Stoicism is not easy, but the reward is a life that belongs entirely to you. No one can rent space in your head unless you give them the lease. Here is my challenge to you, the INVICTUS X community. Do not just watch this video and move on. Pick one of these 5 attitudes, just one, and apply it relentlessly for the next 24 hours. See how the world shifts around you when you shift within. If you are ready to take control, if you are ready to stop reacting and start living, let us know in the comments below. Share your biggest trigger and which of these attitudes you are going to use to defeat it. Your story might just inspire someone else to find their peace. Remember, this is INVICTUS X. Stay strong, stay stoic, and I'll see you in the next video.